us move on and talk about this guy. Always something with old Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith. Every week, a different scandal with this clown. So, this week, a grand jury in Marion County is investigating allegations of ghost employment and other wrongdoings in Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith's office. Wonder if he learned those techniques from Jennifer Ruth Green. The world may never know. So, a report filed by the Marion County Grand Jury on October 3rd said it met on August 18th and September 30th for an investigation into the distribution of an intimate image and ghost employment in the office of the Indiana Lieutenant Governor. It is unclear what the investigation into the ghost employment pertains to, but we've talked about the AI deepfake of State Rep Craig Haggard's wife in this space previously. Also this week, while that's going on, Micah Beckwith has been spending his time campaigning against public education, walking residential streets in Avon on last Saturday to campaign against the local school district's operating referendum. He knocked on doors and urged residents to vote it down ahead of the November 4th election. So let's talk about our boy Micah Beckwith this week. Jackson, take your pick. Tee off on this asshole.
Yeah, he's a shithead. I mean, everything he does is just scandalous. It's like, what can we even say? Like, everything this guy does is just like full of crap. Like, this is the guy who says that criminals do not, like, much like Victoria Sparks, the person I'm running against here in District 5, he says that criminals do not deserve due process. Then how can you say they're criminals if you didn't take them to a court of law to be tried by a jury? So yeah, everything this guy, like, he wants to be a Donald Trump of Indiana. He wants to overturn democracy, repeal back, like, walk back human rights, and yeah, no, he's a massive piece of shit. Fuck that guy.
He certainly has that that gift of bullshit that Trump has. He is a very, very compelling personality, draws a lot of folks to him, but not always for the best purposes. You know, Jennifer, I don't want to skip the investigation that's going on, but I want to focus on that campaigning against the referendum in Avon thing. Here we are. Here's the Christian nationalists, just like we talked about a little bit ago. They want to eliminate the social safety net and unload all of the public services onto churches. Is that what he's doing here in Avon?
I have no idea. I have to be honest. This man has grossed me out from the moment that he came on stage. I don't follow him at all. Like, I see what's in the news and I don't pay a lot of attention to him because it's just so gross. I mean, it's just so against everything that Christianity, as I know it, stands for. So, you know, I don't know what he's doing. I think half of them don't know what they're doing. They're just spinning their wheels. They're just like a bunch of frat boys trying to, you know, play games and stay in power. And at the same time, they're trying to hide all the bullshit that they're doing, you know, behind closed doors, or I guess right there on the computer screen. So I'm sorry. I don't have a lot to say about him. I am grateful.
I understand it. The ick factor is very real. You don't want to get too close to anything associated with this guy. You might get some on you.
It's always something, though. I mean, it's always very random, not connected kind of things. You know, things that just keep coming up with him. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they may have not appear to be connected, but I think in their own way, all of his sleaze is connected in the same right, sort of way. What do you think, Simon?
It's sleaze. That's what happens when you have a group of people that are literally doing things that they're calling everybody out for. Like, it's, yeah.
Always projection, right?
Yeah. So my comment is, but wait, there's more.
That's probably a good one.
So you've got the stuff that went on in Micah Beckwith's office. You also have stuff going on in the churches that it's associated with and the fellow pastors in those churches, in which there is, and I can't remember the exact details. So if you want to run through a myriad of conspiracy theories that are being turned into grand juries, go follow Kaz Jackson on Facebook. She has been posting a litany of things about his fellow pastors' associations. And I think it's one of the pastor's son has been arrested several times for child porn and other things. So, and I can't remember all the details off the top of my head because there's a lot of stuff that's
it keeps coming and coming, doesn't it? Yeah. We talked about this last week. Beckwith's best friend and fellow pastor, I want to say his name is Nathan Peternell. He's like kind of the head of Life Church, where Micah is pastor at one of their many campuses. Well, Peternell's son got arrested last week. We talked about it on this show for possession of child sexual abuse material, among other gross images on his phone, including like sex tapes of his own parents. God knows how we got those. I think we also saw Beckwith's brother either get arrested or be accused of domestic abuse this same week. Yeah, Cass Jackson, great follow. Beckwith is a lot of shady stuff with that.
And then also I'd add that the attorney in Beckwith's office is also one of those that's implicated and involved. So yeah, you've got more of it in your head than I do, because it's just like whoa when you see it.
It's the fascist playbook, you know. Yeah. Flood the zone. If you can't keep track of every scandal, a whole lot of scandals going to get through. Hey, you know what? Speaking of